Good morning, everyone. This is David with Bolivar Live. Well, we're going to have a little different show here this morning. The Hunt for Bolivar has been going on for about 7 weeks now, 6 weeks. And we've got two, let's see, nine, eight, about 7 weeks now. And we've had a lot of people ask about how how the clues are written. And so we had a lady come in the other day and said, we were way off one week and we were pretty close another week. And so I've got the clues here from this last week, and we're going to go by each clue. I went over with Barbara, and she writes clues different than I do. Um, and then other people, everyone has their own style and what they read into these clues. And so you really have to think outside the box. But we went through and talked about these clues, and so this will give you an insight on, and it's always better to have two people. First I want to say thanks to the sponsors, thanks to the big store, Stingery, all those, and thanks to the big store for sponsoring this Bolivar Live feed. Now, on Tuesday, the first clue was when you see horses along the 27 miles of paradise route, you may want to stop and look for the loot. Okay, there was two ways this was read or thought about, because I talked to some of the people that were hunting. One is there's a gate across from the big store that looks like it's got seahorses on it. Okay, and that's what Barbara was picking up on whenever she wrote the clue. But someone else picked up on the seahorses across from there at the big store, the metal ones that they have on the building. And that same person picked up, once they got into some more clues, picked up when you play basketball, you play horse. And so there's three different ways that they read into that clue. But it gives you an idea. It's not just, it's your surroundings too. Okay, so when you see horses along the 27 miles of paradise route, you may want to stop and look for the loot. So Barbara said it looks like seahorses on the gate. And then another contestant said he saw seahorses across from the big store. And also, if you play basketball, you play horse. So there's clue number one. Clue number two, you may start feeling goofy if you start going in circles and loopy. Now, there's a loop around the basketball court there at the park. There's also someone else read a loop. You can turn on the west side of the tire shop, go down, and it's a loop around. And we'll get to another clue, a loop around in there. Now, here's another clue, the third clue. You'll have to cross a crab and lobster to get Bolivar the flamingo and ace this riddle's lingo. There's two roads in there that are called crab. One is called crab and one is called lobster, if I'm not mistaken. And the crab festival used to be at Gregory Park. And so I know there's a road lobster back in there. Now, on clue number 4, which was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, this area has a diamond in the rough, so this hunt shouldn't be all that tough. There's a baseball diamond there at Gregory Park that Peninsula Sports Park uses and manages, and that's the diamond in the rough. Okay. And then clue number 5, which was Saturday, if I'm not mistaken, you've been duped if you can't stop and shoot some hoops. Well, that gave away right there that the basketball court. It was somewhere around the basketball court. And I can tell you there were people from probably Wednesday or Thursday, probably Wednesday afternoon, around Gregory Park already, because every time I was driving by, I would look over there just to see if there were any vehicles over there. And so, in this clue number five is Saturday when it was won. In fact, Rick, whenever he came up, in fact, I was backing in to the office after giving the clue down on the beach down behind Margaritaville, I believe, or Retillion Road, one of them. And by the time I got to the office, he had found it because he had gotten out there at 5 o'clock. And that's another thing. You know, a lot of these people that hunt this, they hunt in groups or several of them. He had driven from Port Arthur Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday uh, to hunt this because he does treasure hunts all over. And so it was great to see someone off the peninsula win it. We've got some great hunters here on the peninsula. And the great part is every once in a while, Barbara will send me a picture or someone will send me a picture of people they've met, a group photo of them out wherever everyone's hunting at. And let me tell you, if you're hunting, you can't do it just walking because Bolivar could be it was in a margarita salt container once um, under some asphalt. It was uh, when we lost it, it was in a one of those patio solar lights inside that. This last week, it was taped with Gorilla Tape to the top of the water downspout off the basketball pavilion there. And so if you walked by, you wouldn't see it. And so a lot of people, you know, use different objects to hunt. Everyone carries a stick to move grass and stuff. Some people carry mirrors. Some people have knee pads. But anyway, so that was the clue number five. Now, if it would have gone on, clue number six, as visitors check in nearby for their vacation, Bolivar will be watching in his secret location. Cobb Real Estate is right there, and then in a distance is Swedes Real Estate, and so that is in a distance. Uh, and then the final clue, and all of our final clues more or less spell it out where it's at. Gregory Park is dear to Bolivar's heart because it can display our children's art. And the trash cans around there, if I'm not mistaken, are painted, and the kids painted. And so there's a little breakdown in the how the clues are written and how you need to interpret them. Everyone interprets, like the first clue when about the seahorses. She was talking about something on the gate, but then another person said that they saw the seahorses at the big store. We won't put this in a business or on private property. It's always property public where you can go. Um, I know one week it was down at the elementary school, and they have a classroom out in the marsh where they teach stuff. And there was a lot of people down there looking for several days. And several people walked right by it, but they didn't look up, and it was in a jar there. So, anyway, there's a little breakdown on how our clues are written. We are going to have a Hunt for Bolivar Christmas edition, and I'll get the exact dates, but it's probably going to start on December 26th, the day after Christmas. We still have 2 weeks to go. This week that we're going to start the clues tomorrow, and then one more week. But we are probably going to have, the way it's looking, a Hunt for Bolivar Christmas edition starting the 26th and probably running through New Year's Eve, the 31st, or that 30th, depending on how we can get the clues written. But anyway, I want to thank the sponsors for sponsoring this year's Hunt for Bolivar. We've got 2 more weeks. We're on our 8th week right now, and then our 9th week, and it'll be over for another summer edition. The big store, Keith Zahar, and all the employees up at the big store for everything they do. Also, want to thank the weekly sponsors. Without them, we couldn't do it. Stingery Restaurant, 110 Realty Group, Traditional Craftsman Homes, Priest Insurance Agency, Island Time Designs, Prestige Custom Home Builders, West Canal Beach Buggies, Jose's Cantina, Easy Lift Cargo Lift, and Bolivar Live TV. Thank you, area businesses, for everything you do in the community, working with Team Bolivar on this Hunt for Bolivar and making it fun for everyone. We've had a great group of people hunting this year. We have some weekly hunters as they're here on vacation, and then we have some that come in town and hunt as they can, and some local residents that hunt pretty hard. So, anyway, we're going to head on out, get ready. Tomorrow morning, we'll start the 8th week of the Hunt for Bolivar. We've got $200 left to $100, but we're going to add some goodies to each week, so you never know what you may take home. Remember, you can watch Bolivar Live anytime on our 11 live webcams. See the beachfront to the bay side. You can also see Bolivar Live TV on our social media channels, but the best place to find us is on YouTube at youtube.com/@Bolivar Live. You can also find us on BolivarLiveTV.com. And now you can download our Bolivar Live TV app on Roku and Amazon Fire and watch us on the big screen. In fact, I've got it up on in my office here. So we're going to head on out. Hope you enjoyed the show. We'll be back a little bit later with another show. Actually, we have Real Estate Talk with Beth playing at 10:30 today. Until next time, I'm David with Bolivar Live. Y'all have a great day, great week. Come see us. God bless, and bye-bye.